Howdy race fans, welcome back to my little show about motorsports and stuff that I like to call In the Pits with me, StockCar Scott, here on the YouTube during racing season when I feel like it. Yeah, I'm back. Did you really think I could stay away? Well, I have someone that asks often if I would be doing the show again, so I have relented and decided to do a few episodes now and again, you know, when I feel like it. And with that said, this past weekend, Saturday, the 31st of March, was opening night for the closest asphalt track to me here in Detroit, which is Evergreen Speedway at the fairgrounds up in Monroe, Washington, about an hour northeast in good traffic from where I live in this car-hating cesspool of a city. It was good to get out of the city for a while and be around more like-minded people. It was a fun night of racing, though I got more than a little chilly towards the evening's end. The entertainment for the night included two types of figure 8 races, a new division called mini stock bump to pass, Hornets also, super late models, and a celebrity race with some football players, I think. There were bunches of Seahawk fans there again this year for opening night, so the celebrities must have been some old Seahawks that played in Detroit sometime in the past. Anyway, StockCar Scott, as well as most of the folks there, were there for stock car racing. Seemed everyone attending liked all the racing, but each division had its own unique fan base. I got up to the track while the heat races were running, and I found a new place to sit this season that is a lot closer to the action than I have sat in the past. As luck would have it, the saved places next to my latest spot belong to none other than Sherry Garber, local race reporter extraordinaire, and her mom, both of whom lived long ago in the same neighborhood I live in now. Needless to say, stuff has changed since they escaped to the Lilac City years ago. But back to the racing. Before the race, during the Fan Fest, I had a chance to talk to many drivers and folks I had not seen since last season. Andy Souls, number 20, has a new paint scheme, and he is doing a little more traveling to do his racing these days while he enjoys his semi-retirement. It amazed Andy that even after 16 years up here in the Pacific Northwest, I still have my southern accent. Well, folks, it works for me. But then shouldn't folks be also amazed when people keep their accent from Australia or Great Britain or Ireland or even Canada? Eh? That diversity thing I hear so much about up here is supposed to mean acceptance of folks no matter how they look or sound. Well, I have found in my 16 years up here in the Pacific Northwest, my accent has been most graciously accepted within the racing community, with one small blue-haired exception. But enough on that. And just to be sure here, Andy, I am not throwing you under the bus, my friend. I have someone else in mind for Jeff Ritter to run over. It's a shame Jeff didn't get the chance to race the buses on Saturday night, but, you know, noise curfew and all. During the Fan Fest, I also saw the Helmuth brothers, Rod and Mike. Rod was racing a Hornet and Mike was taking pictures of Molly with her fans. But both were looking forward to next weekend and supporting Molly while she races for the first time at the old Fairgrounds racetrack in Nashville, Tennessee. Yep, Nashville, where my first favorite NASCAR driver, Sterling Marlin. Drink to that. Sterling Marlin still runs a local weekly late model series, even though he now suffers from onset of Parkinson's. I always liked old Sterling, even when he drove that Dodge for Chip Ganassi. And though I couldn't cheer for him at that time, I kept the tapes of his wins in the Coors Light number 40 Dodge, right next to his wins in the number 4 Kodak Monte Carlo. I didn't get a chance to talk to Molly during the fan meet and greet because she was really busy with all her fans, but I sure hope she continues to do well racing with Tony Eury Jr. In his number 16 developmental team back east, and she has really good luck racing there in Nashville, Tennessee. I also saw Tyler Tanner before the race. I like Tyler because he wins, and he has raced at my all-time favorite track of Talladega Superspeedway in the Camping World Truck Series, and I was actually there to see that one. That was great. He will be racing for the Evergreen Speedway Super Late Model State Championship this season. So I bought this nice looking t-shirt there from his mom. Let me let you see it instead of me. There. That's really nice with the car and everything. Oh, got that from Leanne. Wear in support this season. A portion of the proceeds of shirt sales will go to help up and coming Evergreen Speedway drivers to help defray costs as they gain experience racing. That's a nice deal, and at only $20. So contact Tyler Tanner Motorsports and get yours. They have them in black and gray. I think they also have matching hoodies in black, also for $40, I think it is. So you can show your support for Tyler on those colder evenings at the track, kind of like Saturday was. Also had a chance to talk to Brandon Carlson and Shane Harding, who each made the tow from Canada for opening night. Thanks for coming down. Chad Fitzpatrick, Naima Lang, and Garrett Archer were a couple of other regulars I had a chance to visit with. Garrett Archer, the night's pole sitter, shared some of his other racing plans for the season, which reminded me I had recently gotten a ticket renewal form for the 51st Snowball Derby in December. But I doubt I will be able to make a return to that this year. During the driver meet and greet, I also visited with Hornet driver Nick Beecher, who recommended I video the Hornet race. Great tip, Nick. Thank you very much. As you can see, like over 300 race fans already have on my YouTube page, the 25-lap Hornet main had its highlights. So let me try something new and show you Mike Jensen's wild ride, followed by Jamie Corbett's last lap exciting pass for the win. Whew. Anyway, go to tape.
Thank you.
How'd y'all like that? Yep, that's the kind of exciting stuff you might very well see if you attend your local racetrack this weekend or some weekend. Yeah, I'm still all about getting y'all to your local track wherever you may live. I don't have video of the two feature 8 mains. I find that type of racing just a little too exciting for my blood. So I use that time to get chili cheese fries or to do some Facebooking, as seen in the picture that Sherry Garber posted of me on Saturday night. But all races matter, so for you figure 8 fans, Rachel, the Stinger 8 25 lap main was won by Gary Raridan, while Steve Peters scored an emotional win in the stock figure 8's 25 lap main that he dedicated to his late son. The feature of the night was the first 100 laps for super late models for the 2018 season there at Evergreen Speedway. I have some highlights again of the action, including the big one and the finish. But that feature ran long with cleanups and all, so there was no bus racing before the fireworks because of the local noise abatement curfew imposed years ago as Monroe grew out towards the track and the prison. So, enjoy these highlights of Jeremy Doss taking the opening night trophy back to California. More tape? It's over already. Okay, welcome back. Wasn't that fun? The whole race is available on my YouTube channel, also called StockCar Scott. So check it out like over 200 Northwest race fans already have. Well, at least they waited up here until late in the race to take out half a dozen of the race cars. But if you saw the clip I shared on my Facebook page from my home track of Huntsville Speedway, you saw half the field taken out on the first wave of the green flag of the late model season. Immediately followed by their first fight of the season on their opening night near my hometown in Alabama. And as always, it's all just fun, racing and fighting until the deputy has to get involved. But overall, it was a very fun but chilly first night of racing at Evergreen Speedway, with everyone being very well behaved. I got to see many of my racing community friends, but a special shout out goes out to my buddy Robert Richardson, whose new grandbaby made his opening night while Grandpa watched racing. Congratulations. And I just want you to maybe think of yourself as the bacteria in this child's life. As in, you didn't make the milk. It's your job to spoil it, though. Okay, with that, it was a fun Easter weekend there with some live racing. Of course, I got up late on Easter with no racing to watch on TV. I did watch most of the Mariners, but also enjoyed some YouTube videos of my younger brother at the range shooting 19th century long arms. And the video recorded at his favorite Alabama rifle range, he handed a friend the rifle to fire off a round. Hey, do you want to try it out? Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I very well could be. But isn't that now illegal here in the Northwest Nanny State? It would not surprise me the way the government up here seeks to meddle in every aspect of the citizens' lives. Oh, and that's where I drift off to when I don't have some racing on TV to watch and talk about. There was F1 racing last weekend before last in Australia, but ESPN ruined the opening Grand Prix of the season with their horrid coverage on their secondary channel. Sebastian Vettel won that race for Ferrari over Lewis Hamilton in his Mercedes, but American viewers were left wondering how that happened as ESPN2 came back from a commercial break with no explanation whatsoever. It is a shame Formula One is gone from being a marquee event on NBC Sports Network to being a mere afterthought now on ESPN2. Well, their next race is this weekend in Bahrain, and I guess I will watch. And of course, NASCAR has started. I still don't have an official new driver, but after that win in the Daytona 500, Austin Dillon is high on my list. I was also very pleased that my homeboy Bubba Wallace finished second. I just wish there wasn't so much media on him. Having Happy Harvick, though, my younger brother's favorite driver, win 3 in a row, helped refocus the media spotlight on him that as a veteran he used to direct attention to America's grassroots racing when he raced near his hometown at Kern County Raceway near Bakersfield, California. I really like the effort Kevin Harvick is making to get our favorite sport back to the basics with local racing. Harvick's efforts has folks now talking about having NASCAR's top 3 series getting back to short tracks to try to reconnect with the local fan. I don't know about you guys. You know, I was not up here when it happened. But I would love to see the trucks come back to Evergreen Speedway. Or maybe be still my beating heart, the Xfinity Series. Oh, we can always dream. That would surely completely sell out every seat at Evergreen Speedway. I think they'd probably have to go down to Tacoma and borrow the seats outside of the Tacoma Dome and bring those in, and that would be a whole lot better than only selling a quarter of the seats at another cookie cutter mile-and-a-half track is another unneeded companion race to a Monster Energy Cup race. But that's just my opinion. But I'm on my show. So if you don't like my opinion, make your own show and send me a link. And with that said, I will bring this latest episode of In the Pits with me, StockCar Scott, to a close. Before I get too snarky with my comments about this beautiful place in which I live that is being run into the ground by the idiots that govern it. So, to Northwest race fans here in the Great Pacific Northwest, or wherever you happen to be viewing this video, thank you for watching In the Pits with me, StockCar Scott, and hopefully I will find the desire, the whatever, to do some more episodes in the future, you know, when I feel like it. But until then, be sure to watch NASCAR on TV, because nobody takes a knee during the Star Spangled Banner. And get out to your local racetrack, because all races matter. Thank you. Thank you again for the time you spent watching this. You will never get it back.